the second debate that we are moving on to. Well, after attacking India for its democracy, Rahul Gandhi has decided to take his attack to the RSS. While speaking at London-based think tank Chatham House, the Congress president has equated the RSS to the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt, which is a banned Islamist organization. Listen in to Rahul Gandhi's latest provocation that has wound up the Saffron Parivar.
The nature of the democratic contest in India has completely changed, and the reason it's changed is because one organization called the RSS, fundamentalist fascist organization, has basically captured pretty much all of India's institutions. RSS is you can call it a secret society. It's built along the lines of the Muslim Brotherhood, and the idea is to use the democratic contest to come to power and then subvert the democratic contest afterwards.
Well, this of course hasn't gone down too well with the BJP, which reminds Rahul of the role that RSS has played in nation building.
देखिए, मुस्लिम ब्रदरहुड 1928 में बनी और आरएसएस 1925 में बनी. वो भी धर्म की राजनीति करते हैं, आरएसएस भी धर्म की राजनीति करती है. वहाँ पे इजिप्ट के अंदर उनके पास एक बार ताकत आ गई थी, आरएसएस के पास भी एक बार ताकत आ गई है. तो बहुत सारी चीजें मिलती जुलती हैं, इसलिए राहुल गांधी ने ये बात कही है.
कभी आपने देखा है उन्होंने कितना कोरोना में काम किया, आदिवासियों के बीच में क्या काम किया है, नॉर्थ ईस्ट में क्या काम किया है? राहुल गांधी कभी आपने जानने की कोशिश की है शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में क्या काम किया है? तो कभी संघ को समझिए और इस तरह के बेशर्मी भरे बयान देना बंद करिए.
So how accurate is Rahul Gandhi's analogy? Well, here are some hard facts that puts Rahul's jibe into perspective. What is the Muslim Brotherhood? We are going to explain it to you, the difference between the two. Muslim Brotherhood is a designated terror militia that has carried out terror attacks. RSS is a socio-cultural organization never prosecuted under the Terror Act. You have the Muslim Brotherhood, which is a self-declared Islamist organization that is committed to the idea of setting up a theocratic state. RSS, which is the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, is committed to a constitutional democracy. The Muslim Brotherhood is an offshoot of the Muslim Brotherhood, which had assassinated the former Egyptian President Anwar Sadat as well. When it comes to RSS, never birthed any organization that has been linked to assassination of an Indian head of state. Muslim Brotherhood, the chief of Al-Qaeda, Al-Jawahiri, remember, he is a member of the Muslim Brotherhood as well. When it comes to RSS, there is no RSS member which has ever been part of a terror organization in the subcontinent. Which is why we are going to put some very straight, direct questions. Joining us today on the show, Mr. R.P. Singh, spokesperson of the BJP. Ratan Shardas joining us, and author Lokesh Jindal continues to be with us, leader of the Congress party. Ravi Srivastava is there with us, a political analyst. My first question is going to go across to Lokesh Jindal. Lokesh Jindal, you had Pranab Mukherjee, one of the veteran leaders of the Congress party, president of India. He had called the chief of RSS, Mohan Bhagwat, a great son of Mother India. Rahul Gandhi thinks of RSS as a militant organization, a terror militia at that. Which one of your two leaders was wrong? Both of them can't be right.
See, we cannot compare an individual to an organization. As an individual, with respect to his organizational capacity, he has done a wonderful job, Mr. Mohan Bhagwat, but the organization, RSS, and the core value that it stands for has to be understood clearly. Whenever an organization derives all its ideas of justice on the basis of scriptures, there is a tendency towards fundamentalism and obscurantism, whether it's an Islamist organization, a Hindu organization, or any religious organization. So it is bound to go back to the scriptures. It will be interpreted in a particular manner, and that could lead to fundamentalist and obscurantist society, which could lead to bigotry in the society. And that is what has happened to the RSS.
So you're saying any organization which derives from scriptures can become a militant,
Yes.
can become a terror militia.
Whenever an organization that is derived from religious authority, because religious authority is based upon infallibility of scriptures. That is, a scripture is infallible. You are not supposed to question it. Any form of a
like a Radha Swami satsang, let's say.
No, Radha Swami, whatever organization, whichever organization bases its ideologies, theories on the basis of infallibility of scriptures, it is bound to become fundamental and obscurantist. It is a law in humanities.
Okay.
So whenever you are having any religious organization, in time to come, it cannot violate the fundamental religious doctrine and its interpretation. It is bound to become fundamentalist. And
well, that's a very interesting observation that you have made, Lokesh Jindal. I'd really like to get others' views upon it. RP Singh, would you like to come in? Anything which draws its roots and genesis lies in the scriptures can someday become a terror militia.
There are two parts to it. One, that RSS is not an organization which belongs to any, which follows any particular scripture. Let's understand this. And again, Hinduism also doesn't follow any scripture. The problem with the congressmen and especially Lokesh Jindal, the followers of Rahul Gandhi, is that they don't know what Hinduism is, what nation is, what is the nation as an ideology is. I mean, they still think that, oh, these are various nations put together, we made one country. And then that's the ideology they follow. And then Rahul Gandhi said that, like Europe, there are many nations which have become one bloc. He's trying to relate India to that. But again, RSS don't prescribe or to any one scripture. Let's be very clear on this. They follow Hinduism as a way of life and nationalism as way of life. I've been myself an RSS worker for 45 years. Not even a single time at any of the RSS Shakha ever any scripture is being told. We have been told to follow any particular scripture. And also, if Mr. Lokesh Jindal thinks that Gita is a scripture, I'm sorry, sir. Gita is not a religious scripture at all. If you think Bhagavad Gita is a religious scripture, Bhagavad Gita is a literature which helps you to guide you to be a better citizen, better human being. But I mean, problem is that they don't understand all these subjects. For them, everything is religion. Okay. And I'm saying on record that RSS don't prescribe to any religion at all except Hinduism as a way of life. Okay. And there's nothing wrong in talking about Hinduism as a way of life. Okay. One. Secondly, you spoke about Pranab Mukherjee. Well, let me also tell. 1963, the Pandit Nehru, the great-grandfather of Mr. Rahul Gandhi, invited RSS to participate in Republic Day parade only because of the role they played in the 1962 war, the way they stood up by the Indian forces in 1962 war. And not only Corona, but throughout they have done work which joins country together, which brings the soul of the country together. Yes. There's the problem with them that they don't think this is one nation with one soul. They think there are many nations put together into one country. For them, India became India after 1947. Before that, there was no India. There were many countries here. There were many nations here. I mean, India has been one nation since ages. And
absolutely, and they are not thinking about expanding
India is one nation with one soul.
The way that Muslim Brotherhood aims to take territory under their own capture and impose their laws upon it, that I don't believe RSS has ever aspired to. But Ravi Srivastava, can the communal overtones in Rahul's remarks be ignored when he equates the RSS to the Muslim Brotherhood?
The Congress has never accepted the ideology and philosophy of the Sangh since the great-grandfather of Shri Rahul Gandhi. It's not that they are radically different. They are totally two different lines of thought. The Constitution says that it's a union of states. That's written there in Article 1, the Section A is written there. So there is no confusion on that. But as far as RSS is concerned, I have no qualms in admitting that initially, I'm talking about my childhood and young age, 75 or so, they were doing a wonderful work in the case of natural calamities and all those things. They were doing a wonderful job. But later, since that it formed in the way of the BJP, the RSS is a godfather for the BJP. So as the BJP came into existence in 1980, the all kind of communalism, racism, regionalism, all kinds
and
of...
also terrorism. That's what we are debating. Does it make it a terror militia? You may say that they have changed in nature, Ravi Srivastava. Do you think that they are like a terrorist organization banned across the world?
The couple of cases were there. I think there's a Malegaon blast or Samjhauta Express and all other. In few, it was almost said that it's not terrorist organization. It is supporting...
Let's not go into that. We all know about exactly what had happened.
Saffron terror.
And the acquittals which came in that.
Congress only.
Yes. But so Ratan Sardar, let me come to you.
By the Congress only.
Is it a fair comparison? I may take what Mr. Ravi Srivastava has said, that he feels that the character of a certain organization may have changed over the years. All of that is well and good. But has Rahul Gandhi somewhere overlooked Muslim Brotherhood's terror links when he compares it to RSS? You may not like it, you may disagree with it ideologically, but to call it a terror organization, has he forgotten about the antecedents of the Muslim Brotherhood?
First of all, I congratulate Rahul Gandhi to have guts to call out Muslim Brotherhood as a terror organization. Maybe just to put down RSS if he said it, but I'm very sure he's apologist. He himself will soon we ask forgiveness for making, calling Muslim Brotherhood a terror organization, because that is what they admitted. Secondly, for 70 years out of 75 years after independence, RSS has risen and grown in a secular Congress government despite all the oppression, every kind of oppression that they could face, they faced that. They will talk of ban. Every time ban was lifted, with due respect, by court process, it was not a favor by anybody. Thirdly, when they compare Muslim Brotherhood and RSS follows Hindutva, Muslimism follows Islam. What is the comparison between Islam and Hinduism? Islam is an exclusivist religion. It doesn't give any space to non-believers, kafirs in their scheme of things. They either convert or either they may put them as second-class citizen or they kill them. That is what is happening all over the world, including Pakistan, from where minority have been reduced to nothing, and Afghanistan where numbers have gone down. And to compare the book with Hinduism, which has got hundreds of books, not one standard book, is very poor reading of Hinduism. That is because Congress does understand Hinduism or Hindutva. So to compare an inclusive ideology with an exclusivist fascist ideology is the first mistake they made. Now coming to fascism, what is fascism? Mr. Nehru brought in the first amendment in the constitution to stop freedom of press. You know that very well. And many people faced after that jails in that. Mr. Rajiv Gandhi brought in a bill to control the press. It was finally given up because of huge uproar by the media and other people. Indira Gandhi, the best example, who actually put entire country in a jail from 1975 to 77. And for that, who fought? RSS fought. 80% of people who were in jail were RSS people.
That's still not a terrorist act. You may say that democracy has been stifled under Congress, but that may not be a terrorist act. But Lokesh Jindal, I will ask you a simple question. Again, I really hope that you're going to give me a simple answer. Let's say you are wrong. Let's say they are wrong. And Rahul Gandhi is right that RSS is a terror militia. If it is a terror militia, how long has Congress ruled in India? Why didn't it ban it when it could have? If you really strongly have the conviction that it's an RSS is a terrorist organization, you should have banned it. Why wasn't it banned? Why was it hailed? Why was the then president go to the RSS shakhas?
Meghna, before I answer your question, I'll just make one point. My family
Lokesh Jindal, you always dodge my questions.
I won't dodge your question. I'll just make a point. So my Saudi is a founder.
We're running out of time. You have 10 seconds, Lokesh Jindal.
Wait a minute. My Saudi is a founder member of BJP, and my family knows Bhagwat Saab very well. He knows my family very well, and my family is very close to us. So as for Rahul Gandhi,
your family has terror links.
I'll tell you why. My education and what I taught to my students prevents me from accepting the ideology of RSS.
That's fine. You have every right. This is not about you.
Very well.
Rahul Gandhi will say your family has terror links.
No, because I'll tell you why. Because when I'm talking about a modern liberal democracy and the ideology that RSS adheres to and the manner in which it wants to structure the society, to structure the economy and the political system.
You can disagree with RSS. I never said that you should agree with it. You disagree. You vehemently disagree. A quick word, RP Singh. You don't have much time, RP Singh. Your disagreement, does it mean that you can call the other side of the ideological spectrum a terrorist organization?
Well, if I have to say someone as a terrorist organization, Congress is a terrorist organization because they butchered 3,006 in Delhi for the electoral objectives and then killed more than 30,000
let's not get rhetorical here.
objectives. What can be better terrorist organization than Mr. Jindal, please hold your breath.
Let's not get rhetorical here.
And you talk
Our simple question was,
sir, please, sir.
Rahul Gandhi's charge, was it ill-founded? His analogy, was it short on facts? I think we've had an interesting debate. Unfortunately, we have to wind it up. We are running out of time. So I'd like to thank all you gentlemen for joining us here on the show. You've agreed, you've disagreed, you've vehemently disagreed. But hopefully, it'll be interesting to see if Rahul Gandhi ever comes out and gives an explanation as to why repeatedly he has called RSS the Muslim Brotherhood, and if the Congress ever decides to ban it when it comes to power, we'll have to look out for that. Thank you so much for watching.